Hey guys, welcome back to Owlchemist Tarot, serving tarot straight up. My name is Leah, and I wanted to pull a couple cards this week. I know it's late. It is Monday, the 11th. Lots going on, so better late than never. So first and foremost, and I already cleansed and shuffled the cards pretty significantly off camera to save a little bit of time. I want to share that if you are interested in learning more about the Mercury retrograde phases and the moon cycles for this year, I have a free digital calendar. You're welcome to download. It's free, and that way you're kind of in the loop and in the know, and you're not kind of caught off guard when it comes to Mercury retrogrades and like what type of full moon, what the energy it means, and all that stuff. So you're welcome to download it. It's in the description bar, or box, whatever you call it. And yeah, so you're welcome to do that, just so you have everything you need. Okay, so one thing I wanted to share is that I'm going to be pulling cards for overall energy, and then potential obstacles, actions, advice, and then a card for money, love, career, and then what we need to focus on in our communication sector, okay? So first out of the gate, overall energy, we got Seven of Cups. Now, one thing I will tell you about this, for a lot of us, and this includes myself, this is not the week to try to do, a million different things. We really need to start to fine tune and target what we really want to focus on. It's easy to get excited, especially if it's something that gets you, giddy, if not even giddy, but like emotionally you get attached to an outcome or a potential business opportunity or whatever the case is. What I'm going to tell you is that not everything that glitters is gold. So, and a lot of us, and I do say us, if you're watching social media and you're seeing people, oh my God, I made like, 6 figures in 2 months, like that may have worked for that person, but I'm just going to tell you, don't buy into everyone's sales pitch, okay? I don't know I need to tell you, some of you, that, but just be careful, because if somebody is saying that it's super easy and that's like, it's nothing, you don't have to do that much work, you do have to hustle to get something to grow. So just be kind of conscientious of that. Really focus on what is something that you're passionate about, that you are going to really engage in, and something that you can really see yourself doing for the long term. Another thing too is that I'm saying that because you can be, there might be a lot of options that come your way. You're trying to do a lot of things at once where it can cloud your judgment and how you actually want to move forward, right? So these little kind of short-term things or solutions might derail you or kind of get you off track. So just be careful of that this week, okay? So first and foremost, actions, advice. This is not necessarily a week with the Three of Cups in reverse. It's going to be celebration time. I see a lot of people still needing to put their nose to the grindstone, really, be strategic and really be thoughtful on what they're focusing on this week. The devil's in the details, I keep hearing. So whatever you're working on, really focus on the small things, okay? The small things are going to dictate how the big things roll out and how they succeed. So this week is not all about celebration and yes, a job well done. Like, there's still work that you really have to put in and focus on. So just make sure that you don't celebrate too soon, okay? Do your due diligence, and even after the fact, like test, make sure you're tracking analytics, whatever you're doing, you need to do that, just because it's almost like you might think something is a success when really it's not yet, okay? Potential obstacles this week, you guys got Four of Swords. Obstacle that could come in, for some people, this could be a bit of laziness. And I'm only saying that because we're, second week into the year, second full week into the year. The first, what do they call it? Blue Monday, like the Monday after a holiday. So I think a lot of people like last week are just like trying to get like back into things mentally. Look at some emails, but it's like, it's an easier week, but like this week things are ramping up. So mentally you need to be on your A game. So don't fall short, like do what you have to do, but also remember, if it's, stand up, move around, get your juices going, because I'm telling you, you need to be, on point. You need to be focused, and you need to be mentally aware of what's going on, because the smallest thing that you might miss could lead to something bigger that could cause more issues or damage. So just be focused this week. And how everyone's different. So, do what you got to do, right? to get yourself, mentally focused this week. So when it comes to money, this the week of the 11th, we got Page of Swords. So a couple things. Pages are very much new energy, the beginning of something. Sometimes a Page of Swords can think that they know it all. I'm saying this because it's air energy, and a lot of air signs will be like, yeah, I already knew that. Especially Aquarius energy too. You know, it's very much like, yeah, I already knew. The thing is that this can be where you are jumping, you know, head first into something. You don't have a lot of experience, and you're kind of, you know, maybe it's an investment that you're just like, well, I'm buying all this stock because I heard somebody on a social media platform say it's the right one. Well, okay, but you know, they may not be licensed, or they may not be actual financial advisors. So just do a lot of research. This is a time to do research, not necessarily to like pull the trigger on something. Excuse the saying. Actually doing something, you know, launching something, buying something. This is the week to really start to focus on, you know, how do I grow my investment portfolio? How do I make money work for me? Maybe for some of you, you're getting interested in learning about cryptocurrency. But you've heard it and you're like, I just don't get it. It's still confusing. So maybe you're downloading Audibles. Maybe you're watching YouTube videos. Maybe you're reading books. The other thing too is that this is starting small, and this is doing things at a smaller scale until you get comfortable or get enough experience to actually put yourself in a position where you can expand later down when you have enough experience under your belt. Hopefully that makes sense. Six of Wands for the love area. So if you guys are, really great card for love. So if you are single, this could be you confidently wanting to, you know, get back out there. Or there could be a relationship coming in where, you know, it is going to be exciting. You're, you know, confident. You're, you know, you feel like this person is really a good fit for you. But a lot of you could be jumping back into the dating game with a lot of confidence. Like, hey, new year, new me. This is me. This is all of it, right? Just soak it in. But this does usually, it's a positive when, you know, especially if you're single, very positive. If you guys are coupled or in a relationship, this, you know, just kind of reaffirms that you guys are on the same page, and that you're really, you know, as a couple, very cohesive, and that, you know, you're on the same path, and you're, you know, going the same direction, and you feel like you are, you know, really hit another milestone in your relationship, you know, and so you really have that stability, and it's just, it feels good. So awesome card for love. When it comes to career, you guys got 9 of Swords. And so 9 of Swords this week, for some of you, this is kind of like reaffirming energy that I'm sure you've had lingering for a while, that where you are working, if you're working for someone else, it is not what you want. The job that you're in is like, you are just like, I can't. It takes a toll on you mentally, and it's starting to show physically. You might not be sleeping very well. You might be having a lot of like heartache, or you overthink what you do, or you're in a position where you have to second guess yourself all the time. You're not very supported in your role. So if that's the case, if you've been getting the nudge from the universe to do something else, or like to take kind of a hard right turn to do something else, I think this is probably, you know, the time to start to look into that. Be smart, obviously. Don't just quit just to quit. I mean, have something lined up, be smart. But I can tell you that this energy is not going to go away, okay? It might get better for short term, and then all of a sudden you're going to hit this cycle again where you're like, I hate doing what I'm doing. I don't like who I work with. My boss isn't supportive. There's no flexibility. I'm not paid as much as I should be. And you're just overthinking it, and you're staying because it's familiar. But ultimately, it's really stressful mentally for you, okay? And with that being said, there's tons of companies out there, you know, hiring, especially for remote roles. So check it out. Look and see what's out there. So for your communication sector, this week, we got the Page of Pentacles. Very stable energy. So I think for communication-wise, I feel like a lot of people just know that we're all kind of in the thick of it. I think many folks, everyone's still kind of in shock. what happened last week. And so I do feel that a lot of people communication-wise are really being a little bit more thoughtful with their word choice. And I think that that is a smart thing to do. Just in general, it doesn't have to be, you know, we should be doing that all the time. But that what we say can be, once it's out there, right? And once you say something, it can't be taken back. So this is about not necessarily, it's not about reacting, it's about responding. And it's sometimes taking a step back and also your words can pierce someone, okay? So we need to be gentle with our words, and we also need to understand that sometimes we need to not speak and just listen before we actually say something, okay? And ask yourself, are you actually hearing what the person is saying, or are you just waiting to speak? Okay? So thank you guys again so much for watching this week's and reading. And I'm sorry it's late, but you know, things happen. So one thing I want to tell you again, if you want to download the calendar, it's in the links in the description box. If you're interested in booking your reading with me, all the information's in the description box. So please subscribe to this channel so you know when new videos pop up. And also follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Okay? I post there quite a bit and you'll have more free readings. Thank you guys so very much. Have a wonderful week and I'll talk to you soon.